so here we are with Varesa, and she is a very, very strong character. I have now double crowned her, so let's see what kind of damage she can be putting up. Now, you may be asking, why am I using this team? This team makes no sense. One, the reason I'm using this team is because I'm a whale, and this team functions better than, sadly, the other teams. I mean, honestly, Shilonen versus Senyun is kind of close, but because I have the C2 Shilonen, I'm easily able to recover everyone's energy here, especially Varesa, so her energy cost goes down. And let's see how we go about it. Now, Iansan is only using another scroll set, so yeah, but what buffs are we looking like? If I'm being honest, yep, it's Elemental Mastery, of course. That kind of screwed me over. I wasn't really, yeah. I looked at that 75,000 damage number and I was like, I know what you are. Yeah, it's one of the issues that I have with Widzith is like sometimes you legitimately get nothing and it's just sad, right? I have tried Tome. What I mean by Tome is Nebi's weapon, if you don't know. Tome of the Eternal Flow, I guess, yeah. I have tried it. It's all right. I wouldn't say that it's anything, great, but, it's more so a less random version of the Widzith, and I think it was a little bit weaker when I tested it. I don't exactly remember. So I figured I would just keep using the 4-star weapon, because people constantly talk about how my videos aren't relatable. Just look at the team that I'm running. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's see 100,000 there and then 180, and this is definitely the attack buff. Yeah, all right, so there we go. We'll do that. And why am I must be doing something wrong here. I'm gonna be honest, I definitely am doing something wrong because I should not be getting the animation for the burst. That's something that you should. Whoa, okay, well, we knocked him around a lot, but whoa, what are you on, bro? Okay. Almost did half the Capybara's health. That is basically 2.5 million damage. So let's go ahead and try out the Tome, just because I want to see what it is like. And I'm going to be honest, I'm really annoyed at Widzith's RNG. Like, I just hate the weapon. I hate it for showcases. If Tome does perform better here, I'm just going to use Tome. I'm just going to use Tome. Sorry, but it, well, I mean, not sorry, but whatever. Let's go ahead and do that. 85,000. Of course, yay. Okay, apparently I equipped Tome, and they're like, you've done too many crits. Thanks. I love... Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I understand Veresa's combo, but I have no idea what Veresa's combo is. Like, I feel like I fully understand what I'm supposed to do, but when I look at the numbers, they just fluctuate for like so much. What I can sort of gain from it is that you do the first plunge, it's not really that high. You do the second plunge, it's pretty high. Then the Q, it's pretty high. Then you do 2 more plunges after that, I think. And those are, not high and then high, or maybe high and then not high. I don't remember. But I feel like every time I come out of a Varesa showcase, and it's like, man, I have no idea how good this character is. So, yeah, and I would love to prolong, like, the showcase. 150, yeah. See, like, that's why, yeah, see, like, the Tome is just, like, it's better for consistency, because I imagine the way that, Widzith works is that it's just 33% chance for all of them. So like 33% chance on the Widzith to literally do nothing, whereas at least we get an extra 33% crit damage here, and then we also have an extra little bit of base attack. So it's a little and then we do have Lost Prayer, but if you look at my crit rate, by the way, yeah, that's why it was so baffling to see all those crits, or all those non-crits in a row. I mean, 81%, that's not low, bro. So, idea here. Let's go through the motions here. I don't necessarily know how well this is going to work. How much energy? Yeah, you're good on energy. Another reason why I hate this weapon. I should mention that my Mavuika is on an Iansan, and she's not built for overload at all. So, like, she has, what, 320 elemental mastery? Yeah, so don't look at her numbers in this team, really, because if I was seriously playing this team, I would probably be doing another... No, I wanted the... Yeah, so you're not going to get anything. Whatever, I'm not going to... Well, I needed to use Mavuika's Q. Dang it! It was a lot easier when I didn't have to react with Iansan. Well, actually, I could just use Chevy easily and react with Iansan, but, you know, my self-imposed, I must use Mavuika here, or I must use Sinyun here. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much I can do. I think it's as simple as, I guess you could do that. And I need something to react with. Dang it! Alright, this sucks. This just sucks. I don't like this team. If I was to run a Sinyun team, I think I probably would stack it with Furina just because this really is not good. You know, like I haven't tried I've tried Sinyun without Furina. And I'm gonna be honest, I could, you know, do the Furina team and Varesa's numbers would be better. But like Mavuika, we are in the meta of like Mavuika being on every team. And the reason for that being is because she does so much damage off field. So now we're going to try Chevy. I don't really see this as like utterly insane. Let me go ahead and give her all the stuff that she needs. Yeah, this team isn't like something I would say I look at and I'm like, wow, you know, because I don't have that C6 Chevy. If I had C6 Chevy, then it would be rivaling my Shieldon team. But the issue with my Shieldon team is that I already built my Varesa kind of not caring about her energy, and Shieldon fixes that entirely. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead, wait for this to dispel. I don't know why she's like got sparks flying out of her. I wonder if that's like the Widzith cooldown. Like, are you still on Widzith cooldown, or is this like to do with the Phlogiston? I have no idea. I would assume that it's done by now because I mean I've been talking for a bit. Either way, let's go ahead and let's see what we can get at with this. So we're gonna grab that and this and this and that and this. Boom, 316 and 90,000. Can you crit? I am so tired of this, bro. We saw 90,000. That is very impressive for only having C5 Chevy here, comparatively to Shieldon. I was genuinely like, oh, let me see what the numbers are. But no, this idiot with 80% crit rate doesn't get the fact that she is able to crit. I'm just going to restart it. We're just going to hope that, you know, we have Widzith available to us and it's not going to just poop its pants. Yeah, I would love if, you know, you actually worked Varesa, you know, like if you genuinely worked and didn't just break. Yeah, thank you. 120,000, 176,000. Let's see what buff you got. It's looking like probably attack, considering we have 4,400 attack. That's pretty high. Yeah, it seems like it was attack. So yeah, not insane numbers and not better than the Shieldon numbers, which we'll go ahead and we'll go back to that team just so we can see it again. It's Widzith. Testing with Widzith just is, it takes way too long, and I'd rather just not, you know, I'd rather just not. So let's go ahead. We'll just be able to start this up again, and well, we won't have Iansan doing basically anything with her set. I mean, you could, well, no, you could put her on Noblesse easily. You know, that is one thing you can do easily to get some extra damage out of the rotation. So yeah, 100,000 there, then 180. Yeah, so let's see what the buff is right now. We have the attack buff, yeah. And you can see, yeah, so we have the attack buff and we got that. All right, apparently. I don't know how to play the game. I don't know. It's like between going into the inventory and then all this stuff to check what we have with Widzith, what buff we have active with Widzith. It's hard to tell, but like even this still does more damage. Even this still does more damage than the, you know, Chevy team, which I mean, it's a little weird, honestly, because the Chevy team, what? She's just missing. No, we have the damage bonus from Iansan. No, we don't. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Let's go back and do the Chevy team again. I need to react with Iansan. I was just reacting with Chevy there. I completely was like, whatever. It didn't matter to me. But no, we do genuinely need to react with Iansan. So what we're going to start off with, I guess, is like an Iansan E skill, then a Q skill by you, and then... Hello? And then we'll do a Q skill by you, and you, and you, and there we go. Yep, 350. Boom. Yeah, we got the Elemental Mastery, yeah. So, yeah, it's great. It's great. I love getting the Elemental Mastery, you know. It's purely amazingly great when you get literally no buff from Widsith. Yeah, I really do hate Widsith. Gonna hope again that we are here. Let's go ahead, do the same thing we did earlier. We have that annoying. Yeah, sure. 350 probably. 360 now. Alright, as long as this one hits, we're fine. 190 there. And that is with the damage bonus. So yeah, 190 with the damage bonus. We can see it is stronger. However, who knows how much stronger, really. I don't... Widsith is annoying. Widsith will forever be my #1 enemy. This is why I wish I had her weapon like 10 times more than any other character. Because it'd be very easy to just test, right? It'd be very easy to just have her weapon, use her weapon, and test that way without having to worry about, oh, which buff did Varesa get on this one, you know? So Varesa, even in this team, should be doing more damage. It's just more about the energy I see to Shieldon. Because, yeah, Chevy does give the 60% attack bonus with Noblesse, whereas, I mean, you can get 20% of that attack bonus with Iansan. However, 40% of it is gone, and all you're missing is nothing, right? Because Shieldon's damage bonus is offloaded to Iansan, and her Res Shred is just built into Chevy again. So even at C0, or not C0, but like, is it C0? Yeah, C0 technically, I guess. Even at C0, technically, this team should be better for, you know, Varesa. And Shieldon, really, she's kind of here to help Mavuika. But, I mean, as we saw, Mavuika did hit higher numbers than she ever hit, you know. While she's not on a proper build, but she was hitting the highest numbers in the entire, like, time we used her, basically. So definitely something interesting, I would say. But yeah, Overload seems to be her best team overall, even without whatever, Chevy. Because, I mean, all I do is just replace Chevy with Sinyun. And, I mean, it's a little hard to do Sinyun because, like, she would want to react with the, you know, whatever. The dumb, like, oh, yeah, you have 3 buffs, one of which doesn't help you at all. Good job. You know, like, Widsith is cool, but I hate it, you know, if you catch my drift. You know, sadly, we just don't have any better catalyst, which really sucks. That's, like, the worst part about it. Like, there's not even, like, a close competitor. This is, like, the one that is up there with the 5 stars, just because of how high its peaks are and how not necessarily high its lows are, but, like, the baseline of it is literally 55% crit damage, which no other catalyst has even close to. I mean, you have the 36% crit right here, but you also have the way lower base attack. So it's just a lot of stuff that does not work well. And yeah, maybe one day we'll get a better catalyst. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think there's a new catalyst in the event, is there? No, there's not. Maybe we'll get one next update. They tend to do that sometimes, where they just release a character and then it's like, oh, next update they got like a new best, you know, 4-star weapon. I would love that for Varesa, if I'm being entirely honest, because I do think that Widsith is just annoying to use with this character and really makes me not want to use the character. I mean, well, maybe not if I'm going into Abyss. If I'm going into Abyss and I'm like, all right, let me use Varesa, you know, like, I wouldn't, that's not going to stop me, you having the Widsith. The team's going to clear no matter what. It's more about showcasing and stuff. It's like, do I want to make another Varesa video today? I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy. We're trying to hit 10,000 before the end of the year, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.